Hello everyone, welcome to Vision Tech Solutions channel. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to configure a router as a PPPoE client for DSL connectivity. This is actually the topology that we're going to work on, and a little bit about the PPPoE connections. As you know, ISPs often use PPP over Ethernet or point-to-point protocol over Ethernet on DSL links to their customers, and point-to-point protocol supports the assignment of IP addresses information to the device at the remote end of a PPP link. And also something which is important here, that point-to-point protocols also support CHAP authentications, and ISPs use this authentication to check their records if the clients can connect actually to their network. So in this topology, we are using gigabit 01 as the physical interfaces on both the customer and the ISP. And as you can see here, and according to this table, the customer's physical interface is getting the point-to-point IP from the pool of IP addresses that we define on the ISP. And then we will create a connection or PPPoE connection on the client and check the connectivity. So let's go to the topology that I've created here on the EVNG, and we will start with the ISP configuration. So they are booting up. So now the ISP is up. And let me just to make sure that there is no configurations on it, I just wipe the configurations and I will start over. So I'll just wait for the devices to boot up. So first of all, I will create a local database on the ISP, because I want the client to be authenticated against the ISP's database. That's why I create a kind of local database, and I will use the CHAP authentication to authenticate the client to the ISP's database. And then I will create a kind of virtual template on the ISP side, and then I will associate the IP address of gigabit 01 to that virtual interface, which I'm gonna show you how to do the configurations on both the ISP and the customer, and then I will check the connectivity. So the devices are booting up. So it will take a little bit for both routers to be up. Okay, I press no. I don't want to do the initial configuration. Okay, now it's up. So first I will start with the ISP. I'll change the name to ISP. So first I will create a username for cast 1, password Cisco PPPoE. So I will create a local database. Then and I will also create a pool of IP addresses that will be assigned to customers. So IP local pool, and I call it PPPoE pool 10.0.0.1 10.0.0.10. Okay, then I go and create a virtual template, virtual template 1 with the IP address of 10.0.0.254, 255, 255, 255.0 with the MTU which is 1492, and peer default IP address pool PPPoE pool and PPP authentication chap, and find the password. Then what I need to do is to assign the template to the PPPoE group, BBA group, PPPoE global. And when I go to the group, virtual template 1, and then I exit. Then I need to associate the BBBA group to our to the actually physical interface, gigabit 01. So I go to gigabit 01, PPPoE, enable group global, and no shut. Show IP interface brief. So gigabit 01 now is up. Okay, now I'll just write the configuration. Now I go to the customer and I do the rest of the configuration on the customer side. So en conf t host name cust1 customer 1. Now I have to configure the PPPoE on gigabit 01. So PPPoE enable, and PPPoE client dial pool number 1, and no shot, and exit. Then what I need to do is to associate the gigabit 01 interface with the dialer interface that I actually I will create. Okay, so and I will use the CUST or cust1 and the password Cisco PPPoE that we used in previously on the ISP. So I will create the dialer. It is a kind of virtual interface that I will create. MTU.1492 IP address negotiated, because I want this dialer interface to get the IP address from the ISP. And I use encapsulation PPP dialer pool 1 and PPP authentication chap, and I use call in, and PPP CHAP authentication, cost CHAP PPP CHAP hostname, cost 1, and PPP CHAP password Cisco PPPoE, like it. And also I have to set up a static route to go to the dialer. So IP route 00000000, which is the default route, which goes to dialer 1. Now if I issue the command show IP interface brief, and you can see that I got the IP address from the pool of IP addresses that I had configured on the ISP. Okay, so in order to test if we can actually ping the actually from the customer to the ISP, and I can ping 10.0.0.254, and you can see that I can ping it. Also, if I issue the command PPPoE session, and you can see that the session is up. My PPPoE session, or point-to-point protocol over Ethernet, is up, and I got the dialer IP address from the ISP, and I can ping the virtual template that I created. Show IP interface brief, and yeah, virtual access, this one is up, and I could ping it. So it means that the point-to-point protocol over Ethernet that the ISP is providing over the DSL link is working, and the clients can connect to the ISP through point-to-point over Ethernet. So that concludes this lab. I hope this lab has been useful. Thank you.